So continuing our series of trying to find the best examples of energy generation technology from around the world, we've come to Sweden, to the Fullborna Energy from Waste plant near the city of Helsingborg. And this is one of the newest, most efficient and most effective energy from waste plants anywhere in Europe and therefore the world. So let's find out why. If I could start by just asking you about why is this plant so special? It's one of the most advanced that there is in Europe. What's so special about it?
Well, first of all, what we do here is not magic, but I would call it solid engineering. It's a well-designed plant. We have an excellent incineration system, an integrated flue gas cleaning and heat recovery system, and it's all integrated into one very efficient unit. We have a high uptime. We're availability at currently above 99%, which is excellent. We have an R1 factor according to the EU energy recovery factor at 1.55. The plant is run at nights and during weekends by 2 people. So once again, it's not magic, but it's a well-designed, well-thought-out plant.
Mm-hmm. So you're burning around 200,000 tonnes of waste a year here and generating both electricity and heat. Do you think that from a business point of view, obviously the heat and electricity is really important and it makes a good commercial prospect for plants like this?
Yes, it is. I mean, we have 3 sources of income in a Swedish plant like this: the gate fee, the sale of electricity, and the sale of district heating. So district heating is an important part of it. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Now, one of the issues that we have in different parts of the world is their attitude towards energy from waste plants varies considerably. What sorts of issues have you had with the local residents when you started talking to them about building this plant?
Very few. Very few. We had a unanimous political backing when the decision was taken. We have been communicating very openly of what it is we're doing here, which has helped. So in terms of opposition, there has been, I would say, non-existent.
Yeah. And why do you think that is? Why do you think that here in Sweden, when you build quite a large plant like this, you're not getting opposition?
We have a long history of waste incineration and energy from waste in Sweden, so that's part of it. But I also would like to think that the open door policy, show and tell, it's not any secrets what we're doing here, and that has helped.
Yeah. Do you think that the industry could be doing more internationally to encourage people to accept this type of technology around the globe?
Yes. Without me being an expert in other countries, I think communication is always a key, no matter what sort of big-scale engineering project you're undertaking. And I would definitely encourage ISWA and others to plan for communication in projects like this.
Brilliant. Goran, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Well, here we are at the heart of this sophisticated energy from waste plant. And it's important that people get to see this technology so they see just how sophisticated it's become, where the primary objective is to get as much energy out of this material, but minimising the environmental impacts that would come from it. And it's only when we show people this technology repeatedly that they'll start to accept it, because there are parts of the world where their perception of this industry is about 20 to 30 years out of date, where they're expecting some kind of almost Victorian or 19th century technology to be applied. So we have to have an open door policy like they do here in Sweden, and I'm not surprised that when they started building this plant there was not an awful lot of objections from the local residents, because they understood the technology. They just wanted to make sure it was going to work efficiently, and it does. So I think we have a lot of work to do as an industry to demonstrate to people around the world that as we want to try and decarbonise our energy generation, there is a vital role for energy from waste, from China right the way across to the United States. And our best way of doing that is by, as an industry, to come forward and demonstrate with great pride what an important job that we're doing in plants like this. And it's then we'll kill the dragon, people's fear of this technology, and they'll start accepting it as an important role for good.